Hi, this is MrByZ, and today I'm going to take a look at the Forces of Destiny dolls. Much like most of you out there, I found these on great discount at Walmart. I'd only picked up one previously, but I mean, when you can pick them up for $5 a piece, you feel like you need the whole set, right? So I've got the whole first wave. We'll see if there's any more waves anymore. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at those. So here are all the dolls. We have a Jakku Rey, we have Sabine, we have Jyn Erso, and then we have kind of this deluxe line where we've got Hoth Leia with R2, and they call it Rey of Jakku with BB-8, but this is, of course, what we know as Resistance Rey, or the Rey from the end of Force Awakens and beginning of Last Jedi. And then finally the deluxe version with Leia with two different outfits and Wicket. Now, I have already reviewed this Rey. If you go back and check my old videos, this is the first one I picked up a long time ago. I did review this, compared it to the size of other figures that have been put out there, so you can go back and check that out. I'm going to not review that today. I'm going to be looking at all the other ones. So the likeness, of course, is very fashion doll, it seems, oriented, which, you know, for the target audience of this is probably a good idea. But the outfit is great. It's got a good combination of both plastic and nice soft goods, like her, I don't know what you call these, sleeves, I guess. I'm not a fashion person, sorry. And then her tabard here is very nice. The boots look good. Of course, we have actual hair here, which is nice. This is probably the easiest Hasbro figure to put the backpack on. It has kind of an action feature to where you're supposed to be able to squeeze the legs, and she turns. It kind of works. You know, if you put her staff, and this is her staff, it's got two kind of handholds on there, which is nice. Plus, you can strap it over her. All in all, it's a very nice figure, especially at $5, right? Or less. Some places see these as low as $3 and $2. So if you like Rey, I'd say this is probably a good figure. If you're like me, who just loves 12-inch figures or that type of thing, and you want to pick up more, well, I guess you can pick these up too. So next we have Sabine here, and of course this is kind of a more unique version of her that we've gotten. The largest version of Sabine we've got so far is the 6-inch. So I have this basically 12-inch version, if you will. It's kind of nice. Although, of course, with the rooted hair, this is sometimes the problem with rooted hair. If it's not done in a specific style, it kind of tends to poof out like this, which I'm sure there's lots of people out there who can tell you there's ways to, you know, get this down so it looks more like Sabine's hair. I mean, you look at the picture there, you can see what they're going for with that wave, and I'm sure there's ways to style it. I am not a hairstyle person, so that's not going to probably happen with mine. She does come with two Mandalorian blasters. I didn't mention this with Rey, but she has great articulation, all these. We have knee articulation, hip articulation, of course the waist articulation, which is part in with the, on this one, with the action feature, which is supposed to be her raising her gun, but you can see it's not doing a whole lot. We do have full elbow articulation, wrist articulation. We have, you know, a full rotating joint in the shoulder, and then head articulation. So it's very nice, nicely articulated. Of course, we can get away with this a little bit because these are probably, for the most part, a generic body with different plastics and that put on them, so we can have that. Now we do have holsters for her guns, and then we have a helmet. I want to see what this looks like on her. It's actually not bad. I predicted there would be a lot of hair sticking out. You can see a little bit down there, but, you know, from the front, you really don't see it. It's not bad. We got a little sticking out the back, but the helmet fits better than I thought. Now, what's her hair look like when I take the helmet off? Actually looks pretty much the same. So she didn't get helmet hair while it was on there, although that seems to be sticking up a little bit more in there. Not bad. It's kind of cool to get this this figure this way. So next we have Jyn Erso here, which is another nice one to get. Getting a Rogue One feel in here. This probably has the least amount of cloth good on it, as we just have her vest and I think, oh, this is her hood and scarf. I see. I didn't catch that earlier. We do have a holster with her gun, her baton, and everything else seems to be just molded in there. So we get to see a lot of the articulation and how it is on it. Now, she has an action feature where it looks like, it's probably for baton throwing here, but so we squeeze her legs and we get that. It seems to work better in some of them. Now, a lot of these with the hairstyle has some sort of tab going through the hair. I'm almost worried to take that out for fear of the hair falling out. Those of us with vintage 12-inch Leias know to, you know, you want to keep that hair looking good. Decent figure. Of course, we still have that fashion doll likeness. But, again, it's nice to have these. And the more I look at these, the more I'm liking them. They're very nice, 12-inch figures. The likenesses, of course, aren't going to be the best because they're more into the fashion doll style here, if you will, to compete in the market, I'm guessing. But I like the details. I like the articulation on these. It makes me wish Hasbro would make good 12-inch action figures again. I don't know if this is what they're trying to do, if this line even lasts, but Jyn is a good figure for this. As I figured out this is her hood, I thought I'd put it on her so you could see what it looks like. Actually, it looks pretty darn good on it. As I move on to the Leia here, which comes with the droid, just like Rey over here comes with BB-8, I'd like to point out how terrible the packaging is. You have to cut this packaging open. You can't just, find tape seals and open those. You have to cut this old school, like cutting the bubble off of a card back. So pretty much when you're done with it, you get kind of the ruined packaging, if you will. So let's go ahead and take a look at Leia Hoth. So here we have Leia Hoth, little OT here, which is kind of nice. Good figure. It harkens back to just having a nice Leia Hoth. We've only had, one 12-inch Leia Hoth, and that's the, the Hasbro Collector Series one from back in the 90s, which I think it was a service merchandise exclusive to begin with, if I remember correctly. There was a vintage one planned. It never happened. I think the Disney Premium Elite put one out in their exclusives at D23 this last year. I did not get those, so I'm not sure off the top of my head. Her action feature is supposed to be raising her gun as well. Doesn't seem to be great here, but, those of us who grew up with superpowers figures remember they didn't always work well there either. We have that fashion doll likeness, her vest, which has a little decal type thing on there. She does come with kind of that rebel gun. We have good detail on here. And she does come with R2-D2 as well, which made these, $5 more? Yeah, at the original price. He just has a movable head and movable legs. No third leg. The detail's actually pretty decent. He seems kind of small. It seems like about the size of, slightly larger than the 6-inch figure. I know that 6-inch figure isn't exactly to scale either, but seems a little small. Whoop, she falls over. You notice most of these actually stand up pretty well. That's coming up to just above her knee. Seems like R2 should come up a little higher than that, especially on Leia, who is pretty short. I think I saved the best for last of the Endor Leia. She was always one of my favorite characters, favorite figures as a kid. I loved the removable helmet and poncho. I just like the look from the movie. And this does great. I mean, it's fully clothed. Unlike these guys, which they're all like a combination of plastic and cloth. This has cloth pants, cloth poncho, boots, and a lot of that's because we have another dress to put on her. Now, her helmet, of course, I put on her. It fits a little weird because of the bun in the back is so big. But we could take that off. We have the braid and the bun, and we have her poncho here with her belt and her gun in the belt. Everything's very well done. Gosh, this is the best figure of the lineup. And another good reason is Wicket here. Wicket's flocked. I mean, when was the last time you could get a flocked action figure? I know I've seen people do customized flocked vintage figures, but I think there's a couple Porgs from Funko that are flocked. But get a flocked Wicket, this is fantastic. And we do have an alternate dress, which this dress has never been done in 12-inch form before. This is kind of nice. I'd actually like to pick up 2 of these so I can have one of each on display, both the Endor one and the Endor dress, I guess you'd say. So I'll have to see if I can find another one on sale. I know my Target still have these, but they're still at full price at $35. But I'm going to go ahead and try to play with my dollies here and take the outfit off and put the dress on. So here we have her in her dress. This was not an easy feat. These sleeves are very hard to get around the hands to get on. It took me a while to get them on, but she looks pretty good. Now, I didn't let her hair down. Obviously, you could probably let go of that bun in the back and get her hair to go down in the back like it was in the movie. I'll have to wait till I get a second one and go talk to people who know more things about dolls than I do about how I could do that to get that hair to look right, because I definitely want it to look more like the movie version. Now, this did come with a bow and arrow set for Wicket as well, and I was trying to figure out why. Because, I mean, he only has a spear in the movie. I realized it's probably because in the Forces of Destiny cartoon, I believe he uses a bow and arrow. So, this is absolutely the best one to get. If you're going to get any Forces of Destiny, get this Endor Leia. You get the flocked Wicket. You get Leia with 2 outfits, 2 great outfits. I highly recommend this set. Well, you know, the rest of these sets are good, but gosh, this is so nice. And I mean, if nothing else, you end up with an outfit we've never gotten in 12-inch form. Sideshow's never made this outfit that I know of. Hot Toys never has. Hasbro hasn't before. Nobody. So all in all, I think it's a nice first wave. I like these figures. Makes me kind of wish they're going to do some more, especially more like this Deluxe Leia. I think that's kind of the best way to go in some ways. But I'm a big fan of the old 12-inch, so when you have all cloth outfits, it's kind of nice. Detailing on these is very good. You know, if you find them at $5 or under, go ahead and buy them. I think I paid full price for this Rey. These three were $5 a piece. I think this Leia was $9, and I think I got her for $15. So, I mean, I got great deals all around on them. I'm really glad I picked them up. They're really cool figures. Hope I can pick up the rest of these, as I do like them. It seems like, not sure if they're going to continue on. The sales didn't seem to be very good. You didn't see these really moving. And with the recent thing of Entertainment Earth saying a bunch of them are canceled that are supposed to come out, I don't know if that's just for them or what. But, you know, you find them on discount out there, pick them up. I'd almost say maybe pick some of them up if you see them at full price, because I think some, especially this Leia, is worth it at full price. So while this is a nice set of dolls, they kind of harken back to those fashion dolls I did in episode 1 times. They did a whole set of Padme dolls, which at the time I bought, it was a nice way to round out the 12-inch collection, because they were about the same. It gave us 12-inch outfits that we weren't getting in the regular Hasbro 12-inch line. These kind of remind me of those, only I think a little bit better. They're a little more action-oriented. They have, like, the outfits. Back then, these outfits were all cloth and everything. And it was all about doing the hair of Padme and switching out the outfits. Whereas with these, you know, it's much more of an action figure doll type of thing. Yeah, they have the hair that you probably do things with. That sort of thing, but I really like this set of dolls, and I'm very impressed with them. I hope they're not done. I hope they continue to make. So that is a look at Hasbro's Forces of Destiny doll line. This is the first wave that's been done. We'll see what else is to come. I know a couple things have come out, like the Chewbacca's out there, and the Leia with R2-D2 has shown up. The Leia, A New Hope with R2-D2 has shown up out there, some of them for very high prices. So we'll see what more comes of this line. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please subscribe. I've got tons of reviews out there for all sorts of Star Wars products, whether it be Hasbro or Lego or Japanese or Hot Wheels, whatever. It's all out there. So go ahead back. You can always check out all my old videos that I have on here on my channel. And I always love hearing from you, from your comments. I've got a ton of videos coming up, including stuff that people have asked for me to review. As I unpack some of the stuff, I'm going to review it, because I'm still moving into my new place and getting things set up. It's a large collection. It's going to take a little while to get it done. So thank you so much for joining me today.